In this video, I'm going to show you a neat little trick for speeding up the process for getting a razor's edge on your plane blade. The normal way for sharpening a plane blade would be to flatten the back of the blade and then polishing it. Once you have the back of the blade properly flattened, then you begin by honing the bevel side of the blade. And you do that until you can feel a little razor's edge along the edge. Once you feel that wire edge along the full length of the edge, you know that you're sharp. What takes a long time in this process is the flattening of the back of the blade. Old-timers used to spend hours on a new blade to try to get it perfectly flat and polished. Well, a woodworker, instructor, and author known as David Charlesworth in Great Britain developed and popularized a method for honing and flattening the back of the blade that takes a fraction of the time that it used to take. And that's by using a simple stainless steel ruler like this. What he does is he places the ruler along one edge of his sharpening stone and then lays the plane blade along the sharpening stone like so, and flattens and hones only the very edge of the back of the blade, realizing that it's only the edge that really counts. By doing that, you can reduce the amount of time spent on flattening the back of the plane blade by hours in some cases. Other than this little trick, proceed as you normally would. Once you've got that back edge flattened and polished, go ahead and sharpen as you normally would until you feel the wire edge. And then you have a razor sharp edge with a minimum amount of time spent on flattening and honing the back of the plane blade. This trick only works with plane blades, as you will have a very slight bevel of 1 to 2 degrees on the back. Do not use this trick on chisels, because the back of the chisel has to be perfectly flat. I hope this helps. I am now going to go through the full process of sharpening and honing my plane blade. I start out with a 1,000 grit stone and a 15,000 grit stone. It's not necessary that you use the same stones or the same methods that I use. You can use diamond stones, you can use water stones. These happen to be man-made ceramic stones by a company in Japan called Shapton. This is a diamond stone which is used for flattening these two stones. So the first step would be to sprinkle some water on my stones and flatten them with my diamond plate. I will first flatten my 16,000 grit stone. And once I'm satisfied that that stone is perfectly flat, I will move to my 1,000 grit stone and flatten it. Making sure that I have some water on my stones, I will then begin the process of sharpening my plane blade. First, I will work on the This is not a brand new blade. This is a blade that I've used before, so I just need to do a limited amount of sharpening. It is already fairly sharp, but not sharp enough to use. So I will start by finding the bevel on the stone, which is right there, and raising it another degree or two so that I'm only working on the very edge of the bevel. And I will do this for about 10 or 15 seconds. And then fill along the edge for a wire edge. It's not there yet, so I'll continue. Yeah, I'm getting there. Okay, I've got the wire edge along the full length of that blade. And now we'll move on to my polishing stone. Again, I will fill for the bevel and raise a couple more degrees than I did on the other stone. And I'll have a very highly polished edge along my blade. I will now use the ruler trick to polish the back of my blade. And there you have it. I'm now finished, and the blade is sharp enough to shave. And here's a close-up. I will now demonstrate the sharpness of this blade. That shaving is about 1,000, maybe 1,500 inch in thickness.